Ah, my mic was muted. That was it. Okay. So, let's get right into the game if I can check everything here. Because the audio looks at least okay. No one in chat yet, but that's fine. Right, let's continue. Let's go to... Wait. Oh man. You can fucking tell how tired I am from just that alone. Alright, let's do the first trial day. I'm actually excited for this because it's an actual trial. It's not just the boring fucking, like, learning about it stuff. It's the calling out contradiction stuff, which is always the best part. Alright, October 18th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 4. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that from 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call the most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain it here with the guide map here. To explain this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here is Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now on to the day of the murder. October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after the lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to that whole thing again?
Fuck no.
I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. We literally just had 2 bludgeoning cases. And this is what he's calling medieval. Well, I guess the bludgeoning cases are more prehistoric than medieval. Some nice water. Alright, let's get back to this stuff. Alright. This spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question
And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? Aren't you a handsome fellow? Aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. That is a running joke in the series, by the way. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Oh, nope. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the best part, dearie. I can't really do her voice very well. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, sir, he was. Fuck. Yes, sir, he was. Oh, wait. Yes, sir, I was. Whatever. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna try and do a voice with her. I just don't want to. It's too much. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Hey. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then till 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You say it was the defendant, then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Press. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee keycard to get in. Right, the keycard that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Press. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. I'm gonna try and do her voice now. Never missed one in all my years. Whoa, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. Hold it.
Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He had already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next.
I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man rocked by... Oh, wait.
Till 5. Press. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second?
Of course. I'm a professional, you know. Why are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper?
No, it's just after seeing you eat those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time.
Snipper Whapper?
Snipper Whapper. Old bag is losing it, Nick.
Why don't you raise an objection?
So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? No, the murder happened at 2:30, right? 2:30 p.m., right?
How did you know that?
Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Oh, fuck. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Oh no, Gumshoe. Fucking the best part, or one of the best parts, is fucking Edgeworth's reaction there.
Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m.
Let's press around that. 2? You're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really? You should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was.
Also, like... says the old lady. Anyway.
It was Powers. The man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
Hold it. So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny? Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, it's time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him. It was Powers. That man right there. He was heading toward the studio.
Hold it. So you saw Mr... Oh, wait. Alright. Present! Are you sure about that? Alright, let's fucking do it. Objection! Let me get this straight, old bag, or Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Oldie Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can see plainly that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai, but that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in the court is accusing you of that, Mr. Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Noisy old man. Of course I have proof.
What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you.
It's fucking court proceeding.
Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look! Whoa. Old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. I never said anything. Ah, fuck it. My voice just fucking breaks when I try and do that. I never said anything. I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Obviously. I never said anything. I don't mean, mind you. Hold it. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. Youth today, always whining about— oh, fuck it. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Fuck, right? I love Edgeworth's reactions to her. It's hilarious. That morning during the run-through of the action scene... Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There's Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Now there's poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing. Just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. I saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? What? Give me 1 second. Readjust. Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up the backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue with your testimony. He broke one of the props. What a big mess. Hold it. He broke a prop? He sure did. His own samurai spear. Samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Samurai spear updated in the court record. The murder weapon? A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. I feel like that's a problem for more than just the... because duct tape on the samurai spear seems like bad. Also, apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. One thing I would like to mention... what is it that I wanted to mention? Oh yeah, prop weapons, at least like swords and stuff like that, probably shouldn't be able to kill people. Just putting that out there. Like, they should probably be too blunted to be able to kill a person. Mostly because, you know, they're prop weapons, not actual weapons. It's just... yeah. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Whatever. Whoa! I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is... where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel... Wow, let me try that again. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Powers. Potter. Wait. I suppose that's right. Are you sure Your Honor? Let's just, save. Yeah, because I'm not sure on this one. Object! Izuri! Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have to argue that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defendant has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Yeah, he's gonna mention the thing about it. Then allow me to move that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Oh, I really wish you wouldn't. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Boop, 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 boop. So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
It's Yuri.
Alright. The poor Hammer's on at 2 a.m., sure. Hold it! How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about it being a secret pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. I wondered if I'd get another Edgeworth reaction, but I also didn't know that that's what he was going to ask. So, the only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Hold it! Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. Wait. Wait a second. But that doesn't mean that nobody went past. Nobody else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1? Why, everyone was at the employee area before then. Okay. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Hold it. Are you sure? Yuri! The witness has answered the question, Potter. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. I really hate this voice. Oh, God. You let him have Edgy Boy. Edgy Boy? Oh, God, is he Kirito or something? Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. The time of Warhammer's death was 2 p.m. Wait, what? I didn't carry this. Yeah. Go to the map of the studios. Key cards. D1. Order weapon. Duct tape. Backspace. Weird. Person I saw to go to the studios in was Will Powers. No one else went there. If I had, I would have seen them. Tab. Enter this. Let's see. Where is it? Main gate. I'm pretty sure I actually just have to, oh.
Alright. Let's just skip through, because I feel like I might have missed one of them. Were suspicious looking. Would have seen them. Hold it. Are you sure? Objection. He's guilty. He's answered the question. That's right, Sonny. Okay. Oh, alright. Okay. I feel like photo 2, check. Backspace. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, let's see. Shoot to Studio 1, global map, cause that, pierce through the chest. I'm so confused. What the fuck? The person I saw there. Oh. Let me save this really quick. Oh. Backspace. Escape. Save. Yes. Alright, we'll try presenting this again. And see if that works. Objection! Hold on! Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's all true that the computer at the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note how on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m. photo number 2. Even I know that means that it was taken on... Yeah, really, Sonny. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is in the bit is the bit at the end where it says photo 2. Photo 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Do you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if it really was the only photo? Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, it's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with the access. The security lady herself. Whoa. Well, I missed it. Watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Believe me, I won't, want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? That's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded at the security computer and check them. I throw away any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Okay. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Mrs. Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please continue the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Right?
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Come to think of it, couldn't she think of that a little earlier? Classic old windbag maneuver, Maya. Might be a useful tactic to remember, to use for my future career as a windbag. Let's find out more about this erased photo. Oy. Oh, is it maybe, Obasan? I'm guessing that's like the direct Japanese is probably Obasan. Anyway.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do.
Hold it. Another job?
That's right. I check all the people that pass by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes.
Do you back up all the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are so frustrating. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see?
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces. For the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch the suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point.
Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Well, who the heck was in that photo you erased?
Huh? A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employees area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and when they're, well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? They're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased...
It was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What? Order. Order. Let me get this straight. A child killed Mr. Powers. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on... sorry, Mr. Hammer. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well, I see his type here every day.
Also, they really should not be deleting those photos for no reason. Whatever.
Can't stop him. Can't catch him.
A boy in the 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I don't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Yes, yes. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Alright. Mr. Powers,
Yes?
Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? Or you didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was that? Who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal the Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are you going to do? First, we play for more time. Well, we'll start targeting someone else who could have conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we could get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
Well, I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
Let's fucking go! The court will now reconvene for the trials of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's current claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who will this person, other than Mr. Powers, that could have committed the murder?
Options. Save. Here. Yes. Alright, let's fucking go. Security lady.
It was the security lady. Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai was dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady. Oldbag. What? Whippersnappers. Order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the samurai costume. Or Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped onto Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Well, why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew that the camera at the front gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, I'll be here, Sherlock Holmes the second, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections this time. The prosecution has no meaningful objections this time. Fucking bitch. I can tell Edgeworth doesn't really like her at all. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Alright, so I'm gonna press further, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get penalized for this one. Actually, I'm not. I guess this does kind of make it look like she was the killer. Funny, I feel bad for all of a sudden. It's true that the witness could have conceivably committed this crime, and we must not forget that the victim was an action hero. As formidable as her personality may be, I doubt she'd be strong enough. Uh-oh. If he removes her from consideration, that means Powers is it. Sorry, Windbag. I don't have a choice. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor old Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now, Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one from the photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds top.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders, day whippersnapper?
I mean, preferably you actually do want to be nice to the kids and mean to the elders, because the elders don't live as long. Social commentary. Alright, let's move on. I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? It's this, right? Wait, can I? Well, let's go. Take that, Your Honor. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag. Speechless. This has to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then, the persecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Yes.
Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking.
Whoa. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Windbag, what is this all about? You have omitted something? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? But by whom? Huh? So you mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Also, that's another thing. Like, she should still be telling Edgeworth so that he can help her out, because otherwise she would, like, she's basically getting, just there.
The Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day.
Also, she, like, sucks up to authority, so of course she, like, gets told by her bosses not to say something, and then she's like, alright, I won't say it, even though the fucking, like, court is telling her to. And this is actually, like, give me a second. This is, like, actually, going straight up against the court, and could actually maybe be contempt of court, because she's, like, purposefully withholding, information to the court, and, like, not even accidentally, because she was told to do so. And, like, that doesn't hold up. I don't know, maybe it's different in Japan. Whatever. they hadn't been at the studios that way.
But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not gonna let them get away scot-free.
Yeah, no shit. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, you make your... Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Emphasis on, fuck this old lady. Make sure that she gets as much pain as possible. I don't know, fucking whatever. Global Studios, you wanted me to keep quiet about something?
Oh,
So you were told not to talk?
That's right. By the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder.
Oh, no. Yep. Hold it. Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
In the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? You have a fucking map! You should have seen that!
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go.
Give me a second.
You go through the gate all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Continue the cross-examination.
He said I had nothing to do with it, see?
Hold it.
Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they had given me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talked. Also, like them giving her money not to talk, that's fucking bribery. That is straight up bribery. They cannot fucking do that. So she, for one, can probably get arrested for accepting the bribe, and they can get arrested for doing the bribe, regardless of anything else. It's still fucking bribery! Anyway. I think I've asked all the questions I have had to ask. Continue the cross-examination! I guess there's no harm in getting as much info as I can.
Well, those studios wanted me to keep quiet about something.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's just, see?
Hold it! So they were actually in the studio?
Yes, the whole day. When I heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came.
I'll kill this woman. I swear it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth. Almost. I feel sorry for Edgeworth. Almost. She really left him hanging on this one.
But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Press. Them? Who are these people? Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? Oh, yeah. Okay, well... That was an accident. Fuck. That was not supposed to happen. Take a break. Your Honor, we have learned where the others at Global Studios, we've learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yes, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point, and the prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Gavel, gavel. Gavel smack. Anyway. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Let's fucking go! Actually, have we gone up never mind. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. It was right of me to ask you to defend me. I'm gonna use that voice for somebody in the future, but no, it was right of me to ask you to defend me. Really, it's nothing. Oh, or should I? Well, we'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Wenbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was really her. I don't think it's really her. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for just a bit to take pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. I really don't. I really, really do not. Well, she wasn't winning any points there without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right. We'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Alright. Alright. I think we're done for today, maybe. Oh, this is the farthest I've ever gotten on this computer. I know I've gotten a little bit farther before, because I also had, I also have this game on my phone. But, like, yeah, I didn't get very much farther than this. Like, I got to the next day of the trial, but that was it. Also, wait, does that mean I was on the last day of the trial for the Turnabout Samurai case? Well, but this is, I feel like this isn't actually day 2 of the trial, but whatever. Alright. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, do that one. Day 2 Oh, well, yeah, that's fine. Oh, but that means it was the second day of the trial, but not the... Yeah, it was the third day total, but not the second day of the trial. Alright. We're going to call it here, just because, yeah, I want to be done. I'm tired. I've been sleep deprived for the past, like, week. So it'll be nice to actually get some sleep again, because I've had so much work to do. Alright. Thanks for joining. I stream usually at 9, though I occasionally, from now on, I'm probably going to stream about 4 some days, if I have the free time, just because it's more convenient than streaming at 9. But that's it for today. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you next time, whenever that is. Probably not tomorrow, but we'll see. I could be lucky enough for it to be tomorrow, but again, we'll see. Thanks for joining.